Hey there, Grumpy Old Fart here. I'm doing an advanced Dungeons and Dragons story, entitling this one FUMBLE-AYA. Yeah, before I get into this though, if you enjoy my content, it would really help me out if you could hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, share my content on all of your social media platforms, and post a comment or two. Remember, I welcome your comments, even if you disagree with me. Friends can still disagree. And check me out over on Rumble for my political commentary and weekly current events. If you enjoy a good book, check out my author page on Amazon.com. My pen name is H.L. Anderson. You can find all of my books there. I have a variety of books. I'm about to get my 11th book published, and all of my books are just fun, weird. So, yeah. If you enjoy the quirky, weird stories, check out my author page. You're going to find something you like, I guarantee it. All right. I did a video on crits and fumbles a while back. Go and check that one out. One of the things I harp on in my Advanced Dungeons and Dragons advice videos, and in all of my gaming advice videos, is that whatever rules you use for your players, you have to use for your NPCs, especially for your villains. Any rule your players have to use has to apply equally to your villains and other NPCs. That is the only way to make it fair. This includes how you roll up your characters, precasts, anything. The weapon quirks, any of it, okay? If at any point your players begin to feel that rules aren't being applied fairly, your game is done and your reputation as a dungeon master will be shot. And it doesn't take a lot to do that, trust me. Years ago, I was running a game, and it was part of a campaign that had run for years. The group had attained high levels, as I recall, something like 12th to 14th level. It was and they were involved in a serious battle. It was a fierce battle. They were fighting a demon who was exceptionally powerful. For the most part, this demon needed to fumble to miss the party members. I think 2 of them had armor classes good enough so that he needed a 2 or a 3 to miss, but the rest of the party could be hit by a 2 on the die. Yeah, it was not a walk in the park. The initial strike, of course, was a fireball. The demon was immune to fire, so he just dropped a fireball right there at his feet. Most of the group was dropped to less than 20 hit points each. Then the melee battle began. I rolled fumble after fumble after fumble, all witnessed by the group. They slowly whittled the demon's hit points down until he was forced to teleport away and retreat. Every time I rolled a fumble, it was him throwing his weapon away or him hitting himself or whatever. But eventually, they had him whittled down to where he had to retreat. It was embarrassing. This guy should have mopped the floor with them. If he'd had another fireball, At any rate, yeah, fumbles can seriously derail any attack. There's an old adage in military terms: every plan is good until the gunfire starts, because every plan goes to shit. It's just a matter of working out the kinks later or during the attack. Another time, another group was trying to sneak into an enemy fortress. These were 4th and 5th level player characters, and the idea was that they were going to sneak into an enemy stronghold to assassinate an evil lord. And then they were going to abscond with an item that he possessed. The idea was good. They had a reasonable plan. Everything went well as they sneaked in through the sewers and up into a tower connected to the main keep. The problem came when the thief failed to hear the guards on the other side of a door. When he opened the door, the guard shack was full of guards who turned and looked at them. The barbarian leaped over the halfling thief and charged into the stunned guards. He wanted to fight. The rest of the group was like, holy crap, okay, well, we're in it. We got to get these guys. So the group charged in. The group was outnumbered just about 4-1. And this was an unplanned encounter. It was surprise on virtually both sides. But the characters had a little bit of an advantage because they had their weapons drawn already. In that huge melee, I got very few hits on player characters, and frankly, I got more fumbles than hits. It was absolutely freaking ridiculous. They wiped out that entire guard shack without one guard being able to sound an alarm. I kept rolling to see if during the process of this battle, I kept rolling to see if anybody was passing by or if anybody could hear the combat. But no, it didn't happen. It was crazy. They were able to continue on their mission because my entire guard shack apparently couldn't hit a target with a freaking... Anyway, my point being is, fumbles apply equally to everybody, and if you're the dungeon master, yeah, you can't plan for a fumble, but you gotta account for the unexpected, because you know it's gonna happen. You know it's gonna happen. Everybody gets a FUMBLE-AYA from time to time. So yeah, if anybody else has any amusing stories or any other information about this, any comments, please stick them down there, and I'm sure we'd all love to read them. Hope this finds everybody well. You folks have a good one. God bless one and all.